And now, at a combined weight,
Absolutely not.
the Face Beat Heels High Podcast.
Hey you, you're listening to a wrestling podcast made by women.
If you don't like women or wrestling, you should probably tap out now.
The views expressed on this podcast are mostly based on personal opinion, and any toxicity brought to the attention of the host will be openly mocked. Mocked via public forum. Seriously though, we will make fun of you. We like to drink, laugh, and talk wrestling. So again, if you don't like to drink, laugh, or talk wrestling, you probably don't want to be listening to this podcast.
Hello. It is another Tuesday. It is another episode of the Face Beat Heels High podcast. From wherever you come, we welcome you. If you are any of the colors on the Pride rainbow, we welcome you. It is still Pride. You are joining us on a June episode, so it is Pride Month for us here at the Face Beat Heels High podcast. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, 1,000%. Also, while you were saying that, I punched myself in the face accidentally. So that's how we're starting this episode.
And our YouTube is unedited and available to you. Will be available to you later this afternoon. Please go back, take a screenshot of Christina punching herself in the face, send it to us on Instagram, and I will give you something. I will give you a code for 10% off Pride merch. That's what I will give you.
Yes, that's perfect. Why the hell not?
Anyways, welcome. If it is your first time joining us, you are joining us on a great episode because we love an NXT takeover moment.
Absolutely.
We do. And we have a lot to talk about, I feel like, today between Raw and even just NXT takeover. So we're going to get into that. But I will introduce myself. I am one of your hosts, Princess Jelly Bean, otherwise known as PJ. We are also sending love to our Wild Spice. She is in, I believe, like boot camp right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boot camp. Was it a theater boot camp or?
I believe so.
Whatever she's doing, she's crushing it.
Yes, she is.
It's happening. We're getting back into the time where there's live events, there's live shows. I myself had an audition yesterday, so it's happening, y'all. Send us good vibes, good energy. That we all will be booked and blessed, and we won't be able to do the podcast anymore because we will be just making so much money.
I mean, we love you, but like that would be really nice.
Making art. Or if you want us to make money on the podcast, make sure you're liking, sharing, doing all that good stuff so that we can grow our little baby. Anyways, I am joined by none other than Christina the Baker Contreras today.
Hello, everybody.
We're so excited.
Everybody doing?
So it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Well, I guess that's it then, right? I guess, what are you drinking?
So? Ooh, well, today I'm being fancy. I made myself a coffee shake because I run out of milk, but I still had condensed milk and I had a couple of stale Linzer tarts. So I just whip everything together with some coffee, and now this is what I got.
I like
with Kahlua.
Oh, with Kahlua. Is it like a shaky consistency?
Yes, it is.
Is condensed milk super sweet?
Yes.
Okay.
It's literally just whole milk that you cook with sugar.
There's a Vietnamese sandwich place right up from my apartment, and they have like, they call it like Vietnamese coffee or whatever. And I was really excited because they use Cafe Du Monde coffee, which is from New Orleans. So I was super excited about that. But apparently Vietnamese coffee is made with condensed milk. So I was like, oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet.
It's super sweet. And now I'm looking forward to that. Now I want to try that because that's like right up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I am drinking a bitters and soda, ginger turmeric and vodka.
Nice.
I had a big weekend. I went to the Mets game and I did a bunch of things. These girls were texting me on Sunday like I knew what was going on. They were like trying to do businessy things and figure out schedules. And I was like, what? It's Sunday.
Right? Suddenly Claudia texts me and she's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm drunk. She's like, I'm not sober. And I'm like, girl, you have the best time of your life. you get that good karma and you put that to good things.
But they were truly trying to make me like make decisions and stuff. And I was like, it's not happening.
When she said that, I was like, goodbye.
Anyways, I guess that's what we're drinking, but I will explain the game to you. If it is your first time joining us, you have never heard of this game before. It is the game that has yet to be named, that will never be named, probably. It's our drinking game.
That's what Paige said.
So when you hear this, I guess if Paige says it, it must be true, right?
Right.
When you hear this sound, that means take a drink. We will all be drinking. We will be dedicating shots. I guess we should do a shot each and then maybe a collective shot. Or do we know what Wild Spice would dedicate her shot to? What do you think?
I definitely know what she would absolutely not dedicate her shot to. I think that we know what she would dedicate her shot to, and she deserves the collective shot. I am all for this.
Okay, cool. Well, if we've made it through our banter thus far, let's get into it.
Wonderful. We're going to keep it short and sweet. It's going to be really fun. We love NXT, so we're just going to be an NXT focused episode today. It's going to be mostly takeover in your house, and then we're going to skip real quick through Raw and move over to some predictions for this upcoming
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell, which is on my anniversary. So will I be watching live? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if the bake is going to be, getting busy with the hubby. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. What are we doing first? I forget. NXT
we're starting with NXT TakeOver. Yes.
Okay. Overall, what were your feelings? Did you feel good about it?
I felt that it was a wonderful pay-per-view.
It's really nice to have fans back. It's
truly.
Yeah.
And we've said before that NXT fans are the fucking
They're the worst. They're the
but...
worst. And yet, I'm not getting pumped in crowd noise, fake crowd noise when Eva Marie enters, which we'll get into. I'll put a pin in that. However, it was you don't get to decide how the NXT universe feels.
Absolutely.
They get to decide how they feel because they're there. So yeah, it was really nice.
It's so nice. And they are such a specific crowd. So it's they will let you know every single time that LA Knight walks out and they just boo the living shit out of that man. I rejoice.
I feel like they were who are you? Do you even go here?
We don't want you.
Okay, so let's go in order, right?
Let's go in order.
What was the first match?
So we start with Legado del Fantasma versus Bronson Reed and MSK.
That's all.
Listen, Linda. Oh, y'all know that I like me and love me some lucha libre. And these motherfuckers walked out so cohesively, every single one of them wearing that badass mask.
Yes, they always look so good, 100% of the time. There was one time where there was a weird strap moment happening on one of the two guys, but other than that, they have always shown up and shown out and been
absolutely
dressed to the nines and look so good together.
So good.
That's why I kind of just wish they were lucha. I kind of wish they were just legit lucha.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were, but it's Papito, why did you stray from that? It looked so good.
Yeah.
You looked so fantastic. At least, I don't know. No. For, out of respect for lucha, if you take off your mask, you can just put it back on.
Right.
But, if you want to throw out there an alter ego every now and again,
right.
like bamboozle me with some fiend, not fiend, but demon situation with Finn Balor and just throw a lucha guy at me from, I don't know, because Joaquin Wilde, which is a totally fake name, by the way, but Joaquin Wilde I know Tamina is he's so good.
Tamina will be our third host today.
She will definitely be our third host today because Greg is not here and he is on his way. So Tamina will make her presence known.
Okay.
Right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So maybe if they every now and again, depending on what the storyline requires, they were to just suddenly come back and be lucha again just for a hot second, I would be ooh, baby, yes, you throw that heritage at me, I will take it.
We don't have any lucha. We don't have any lucha right now.
We don't. I mean, we have Rey, but like, come on.
Come on.
Not in NXT. Not in NXT.
Not in NXT. And hasn't been in NXT because
since Legado moved away from that.
But what was his name before? Because I remember that's
El Hijo del Fantasma.
Yeah, that's when we first started the podcast. We were like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. We love Lucha. He's so fun. And he was like the
so
underdog,
good.
right?
He was. And he was a face.
Yeah.
So when that motherfucker turned cloak on my baby. What's his name? The sweet baby with Wayayara. When he switched on Wayayara, I lost some faith, but that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, anyways, this match was great.
My goodness.
We love Bronson Reed.
MSK and Bronson Reed were also
MSK.
synced up. You know, they were looking fine.
Y'all know I stand MSK.
They, Jesus Christ, watching them wrestle is a joy.
And the two, like all six of them, I feel like what a great opening match too.
All of them. Every time that it was Santos' turn and Bronson was coming, and Santos was like, nope, I'm not going. You go top. I was like, you little weasel.
I read
you're not a gas station weasel, but you're a weasel.
I read in an article that it was like, oh, and then Legado finds out how heavy Bronson is the hard way. I was like, he's a big girl.
He is. Sweet little big baby.
That's sweet little big baby.
I was like, oh. He did kill them. He jumped. He like landed on his booty landed on somebody's rib cage.
And
that was like, just crushed.
Yeah.
I was like, you're dead. You died. R.I.P. Blessed be.
Moving on. I think that's enough. R.I.P. So. Blessed be. That's the hashtag for that match. R.I.P. Blessed be. Okay, who is next?
Well, they retain. Everybody, all the champs retain.
Everybody retains.
So we all trust we all trust each other here. Then we got Mercedes Martinez versus our girl Xia Li. Listen.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
I've been waiting for this because they've been having beef for a really long time. Also, because I've been waiting for Xia to do something.
Just anything.
Girl, please show us your skill. She looked like a sexy predator.
Yes,
with those long ass braids. I was like, yes, girl. Yes. And she was trying to be so poised and so badass and kept flipping those braids back and they kept coming around and hitting her on the face. I was like, yes, Xia Li. Good job. Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. That's a girl problem. No male wrestler has to deal with that shit. I don't think so. They just like pull their hair back with all of their wet gel and it stays. Yeah.
But like you can't just flip your hair and like it will come right back at you and whip you right in the face. It's gonna be a Bianca Belair effect all over. Yeah. You can't just do that shit with your hair.
Oh yeah. I wonder if Bianca had to like learn that the hard way. Cause that her shit must be heavy too.
Oh yes. That's a whip.
Yeah.
You're carrying a whip on your head.
Yes.
Good for her. Good for her. I don't have that kind of neck strength.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so basically we get like a little more storyline here.
Just slightly. It's
she stood up. Dragon Lady stood up.
What's her name? Mei Ling is her name. She wasn't wearing her long ass nails, so I was
what's
like,
gonna happen?
I don't know. I am assuming that she's now going to wrestle, but if she keeps carrying her wet hair in front of her eyes, how is she gonna see her opponents?
Somebody get that girl a ponytail holder.
Somebody just like a bobby pin. I don't know. Something. Something. Just
Roman Reigns, we need some of your gel.
Please,
oh my God.
Please, boo. Come on. My God. We're not talking about him this week.
No, okay. No, we're not.
But I liked it. I mean, first of all, I love that Xia won.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, please go watch it. She deserves it. She has not been active for a while, and see her finally win because she hadn't won like at least not a squash match in a really long time.
Right.
So to see her beat Mercedes was really fulfilling, at least for me. And then to finally see Mei Ying get the hell out of that chair and do something and not just be there.
So then what happened? She just like, she beat her and then And then
Zaya beats Mercedes, right? There's a count out.
yes.
No, there's not. Anyways, she pins her, she wins.
Yes.
Mercedes doesn't take it right. She doesn't take it well. And then she goes and starts beating on Zaya. And Maylin is like, she won. She beat you. Don't you touch my friend, my property. I don't know what kind of relationship they have.
I need to make sure that you're right, because I don't know why I felt like Mercedes Martinez won, but I guess that was just because Mercedes Martinez like beat up everyone afterwards.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. Like Zaya beat her. Zaya won. And I remember this because I was like, oh, she deserves that. She, after that loss that she had last time against Mercedes.
Boa handed Lee a chair after the match was over, but she hesitated long enough for Martinez to recover and take it from her.
Correct.
Got
exactly.
It. Okay.
Exactly. And then she goes and like starts beating on my girl after she won. Girl, sore loser.
Yeah, true.
But
all right,
now we know that the Dragon Lady is getting up, so
it's happening. We'll see what happens. Well, we've been sitting tight for this payoff for a while now. So
it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, more than a few weeks, months. All right, let's talk about. Do we need to talk about Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight?
I thought that I was gonna fall asleep, but I actually enjoy the match.
I agree. Mm-hmm. And what I thought was, LA Knight is a workhorse. And I think that he impressed me. It was one of those moments where I was like, I really didn't think I was going to like him. And like, he came up all in here with that like big dick energy. And I was like, hey, I don't know if you're quite ready for that in this place right now. And then although I do not know if the big dick energy is quite what I want and or need, it's a little bit in my face. It's a little bit close.
It's very much my face.
Get your dick out of my face.
No. Yeah. Stop.
Dear LA Knight, please stop smacking me in the face with your big dick energy.
I don't get it. I don't
Whether
want
you're
it.
not, it's a big dick. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. Anyways, but I will say this match, y'all hate Cameron Grimes. I love Cameron Grimes. That's just what's happening.
I called you Cameron Grimes on Sunday.
He is a full Sagittarius moment. It is just astrology. That is my sign. He is just a mess. So yeah, I was impressed. I
wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at it. I thought that Cameron Grimes was going to win. I am glad that he didn't, because this will further a proper rivalry between him and LA Knight. Because neither one of them has a storyline. So
I think they've both been like built to be annoying.
Absolutely.
Which is fine. But that's why I think there was probably, there probably was, because I don't want to speak for the entirety of the NXT universe. However, I don't think anyone went into this takeover thinking that this was going to be their favorite match or like the one that they were most excited about, you know? But we all knew it was going to be at least entertaining. But the fact that there was also good wrestling happening on top of that was really nice.
There was such good wrestling happening. I did not expect the card to be this good.
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. NXT always puts the work. Like, they do the work and they always put a step forward. But I particularly was not looking forward to this match. I was ready to take a nap. I was not sober. It was time. It was my night in the middle. I was like, it's my night time in between, in the middle of the pay-per-view. But it really captivated me. I thought that they were killing each other. Like
it was like every bump was like worse. Like absolutely. It just kept getting like more and more painful.
When Cameron Grimes started climbing that post, like one of the beams, I was like, this motherfucker is going to Spider-Man. Oh no. It's like he's going to Spider-Man all the way from like the beam through the ceiling and then get the belt. And I was like, oh, and then he falls.
You have a lot of support in your house right now. In your house. Hey, that's pretty good.
There you go. Just for you, YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, what up, YouTube? Biggie, make a note that at this point is where we'll do some editing, because we haven't said anything stupid yet that we need to edit out on the episode. So at least we know that this might be the only editing you have to do today. Usually Wild Spice edits our episodes, and we love you and miss you, Wild Spice. She also would not be having those dogs, but I love dogs. So
thank you. I appreciate that. I can't control them. They're like my children. I can't beat them. I would go to jail. I would not. I would.
All right, let's move on.
Well, since we had to edit that part, I just want to say the moment. So the moment when Cameron Grimes started going up the beams and then across, she will not stop barking. She will not. I will never not have dog sound.
Is she out in the hallway?
Greg got home. Greg is here.
Her bark is like getting further away. Is she?
She's in the bedroom now.
Okay.
She's in the bedroom, but the bedroom's not closed.
Oh, okay.
All
right, go ahead.
Cameron Grimes climbing up the beam and then going across. I thought that he was going across like Spider-Man style, monkey style, just to like go and grab the belt, and then he falls. And I was like, he's dead. He died. Like you were high up, buddy. You don't get to try a Johnny takeover and then like just like belly flop on the floor.
Blessed be R.I.P.
Blessed be R.I.P. My God.
Okay, well are we ready to move on? You feel
good?
I
think that we're ready to move on. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the NXT Women's Championship. I think that we, as the Face Beat Heels High podcast, all knew that Raquel would retain.
Absolutely.
However, how do we feel about how this went down?
I have said before that I feel like Amber's been getting a little sloppy because of her proximity to Shotzi.
Right.
But I didn't particularly see that on Sunday. I saw good wrestling.
She's a singles match girl. She is not a tag team. She doesn't need it. I mean, Shotzi, we know you need it, but
girl,
Ember Moon, you don't need it. You absolutely have a run as a singles.
Absolutely. You have been in the main roster, girl. You know what you're doing. You know how to be the best version of yourself and how to put your scene partner over. We don't have any doubt about that. You were fantastic. I mean, they were just killing each other on that ring. And I know that I throw that out there a lot.
She hit her finisher.
Yes, she did.
And Raquel kicked out or ended up doing like power bombing her or whatever.
Yes. And I was like,
she was such a good finisher. Protect the finisher. Protect the finisher at all costs.
At all costs. I mean, what's the name of her finisher again? Amber's Law? Yes, Amber's Law. She flips.
Was it? I don't think isn't it a
Eclipse?
Correct.
The Eclipse?
Yeah, Amber's Law.
My bad.
Her new rules.
See, Greg knows. The Eclipse. Amber's Moon was another thing. Amber's Moon, Amber's Law. Anyway,
Greg,
the point is that
away.
Right? This is my podcast.
No, but I'm saying I think the one she hit was a DDT. The one she hit was a what's it called? A tornado DDT is the one she hit. That wasn't her finisher then.
No. But she just listen, there were so many beautiful moves in this match. These two wrestlers, these two deportistas, and I'm gonna say it in Spanish because that's what I feel Raquel is. She's a full-on deportista. She's a sports person. She's not just a wrestler. She's an athlete. I don't give a rat's ass that they are women. They gave out so much.
Yeah.
They put the work. They were doing shit that some men can't fucking do.
No.
And I was like, I mean, some can't, but like, all I'm saying is it's Pride Month.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to be held in the regards of being a human being and being capable as a human being. And these two wrestlers put out one of the most beautiful matches I have seen. I don't care that they're women. I am just happy that we were able to witness this because it was beautiful.
And even with, I'll say too, like y'all know it's such an annoyance to me that when there's shit happening, like when there's shenanigans, like the focus instantly shifts to the shenanigans and not to what's happening in the ring. But I don't think that happened here. I think that like the focus was on them. And even though there was like little here and there's happening
Here and
with
there,
Shotzi
here and
and
there's.
Kai, like it was the focus was still in the ring where it should have been.
I want to say something that I know that you will appreciate. Listen, Shotzi, Dakota, when you're in a scene and you when you're in a scene and you need to exit the stage, you make sure that you continue your scene until you're fully out of the stage.
We've
Baby
been there.
girls, you were like, and then you hit the curtain and then you leisurely walk away. And bish,
Y'all
Bish,
gotta be better than that.
you gotta be better than this. Like, you totally took me out of this. Girl, I was so mad. Like, go to House of Bray and learn some scene work.
Yeah, go
My
talk to
goodness.
Bray. Go to the House of Bray. They're probably on the waiting list.
Come on. They're not making it. They didn't get a tuition.
They didn't
They didn't get a tuition. They don't have a scholarship.
Yeah, you gotta be better than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
I wonder
Yeah, you
if
do.
I wonder if that shit comes from the fact that they haven't had fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I
Yeah.
was thinking about that with the main roster for sure, that like there's stuff that they can get away with like Alexa and like all this shit that they've been able to get away with for the past
Right.
year because they haven't had anyone in the stadium. So like even the people that are on the thing, like it's not like they can see the stadium. They can't see the like guys in black holding the
Right.
wires and shit for the cameras. So I wonder if
Absolutely.
that comes from, oh, the camera's off of us kind of thing. I would
But
hope
it
not.
wasn't, ma'am.
Right.
So, like, you're wrong regardless.
And there's fans there.
There. Shotzi, we want you to succeed.
Girl.
We want you to be better. You got the looks, you got the moves, just not the proper spotting. But you could be the whole package
She
if you
could.
put a little bit more effort. I know so many people that are so freaking lazy that start doing that shit. Like, oh, I said my line, now I exit and I totally drop my entire energy and intention. Lady, ma'am,
You got to get
Mm.
clear
you know,
about your objective.
otherwise
right,
you won't be
Let's
booking
talk about the
blessed,
main
girl.
event.
Yes. All right, here we go. First of all, this shenanigans, Mr. Regal, this poor man, he's
Wait,
a
hang
grown
on.
ass
I would just
babysitter.
I need to give myself a shout out though for the Instagram post that I made. Did you see it?
I did.
Thank you.
I
Thank
did.
you.
Clap.
I actually realized I didn't know what a weasel looked like. Like weasels are hard. Like I was like, oh wait, it's a ferret. Ferrets are weasels? I didn't know. I didn't know what a weasel looked like. And then I looked back and I was like, yes, Adam Cole does look like a weasel.
He absolutely looks like a weasel.
So in making that, I was like, damn, this bitch got to Google what a weasel looks like right now. I'm really about to Google what a weasel looks like. That's
The
just
only
what's
weasel reference I remember is from I Am Weasel from Cow and Chicken and Cartoon Network.
Okay, go ahead. Go what you were gonna say about William.
Oh, well, he's just an overpaid babysitter. The poor man. All he did, like, listen, I know that this was NXT TakeOver in your house, and the whole point of it is very 90s, very sitcom-y.
Yes.
But like this entire pay-per-view was just William Regal just running around, screaming at people, pointing fingers like the grouchy old man.
He loves
Just
the point.
He really does love to point. He loves to point. And this poor man, I'm just like, that's why your hair is full of grays, buddy. Like, you stress too much over these grown children.
He's also he's I don't remember what I was watching, but like he's the acting coach of the NXT.
Oh.
And I like see it working in his face. You know, that he's like, oh, they're like, it's like when you're in theater school and then like your teacher is in a show, so you go see them, and like
Yes.
the teacher knows that like the students are there, kind of
Mhm.
thing. Like I can
Mhm.
see it working in him, that
Uh-huh.
whole mentality. But
Yep.
I see it more so in the last like couple of weeks leading up to TakeOver. He's like, oh, let me show you how it's done, you know, kind of thing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. He he's been putting the work and he's been showing others. And some do need
and getting his steps.
Yeah, getting his steps. That's very important. You go, Regal. Get your steps on.
Yes.
Ooh, but
right. The match.
But after all the shenanigans and after all the men just beating each other up throughout the whole pay-per-view, because why not? We finally make it, and we have our Johnny Takeover walk through the door instead of walking.
He's the best.
He's the best. He's like, I will make use of this motherfucking door.
Yes.
It's here for a reason.
Yes.
So let me open this door, walk through it, and leave this Chekhov's gun right here for you all. Yes. Thank you very much. Excuse me.
See you.
We see you.
We see you. Yeah. No, this honestly, there was not one match in this takeover that I felt like was slacking
at all
or lacking.
At
like
all.
This is going to be, I wonder if they're going to do a SummerSlam.
Man.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do, what's happening here?
What?
I just got a pop up.
Oh,
I don't want that.
Goodbye, Papa.
I don't want that.
No.
I hope they do.
I hope so.
I might need to go to Las Vegas in the event that happens.
Well, you can stay with Wild Spice.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like, we're rooming together. I don't know if I will be in the country, so I'm putting a pin on that.
Putting a pin on that. Anyways, so this match was,
I mean, it's
classic.
just these 5 men. I have a newfound respect for people.
4 men and 1 animal. But yes, I agree. Go ahead. Go on. That was way more important than what I'm saying.
You know what? I'll allow it. I really like that. But no, for real, I have a newfound respect for Pete Dunne. Stop it. He also looks like, he doesn't look like a weasel, but he also looks like some form of a ferret-like situation. She will continue to bark at me.
She feels very, very strongly about
she clearly
the main
does.
event. Yeah.
I guess that
it's because we insulted her when I said animal.
There we go. She's like, do not compare him to
How
me.
dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
Is
you
a weasel?
No, you're right.
A weasel a mammal? I don't know.
It
right?
Is. Yeah,
does it
weasels
lay
are
eggs?
Mammals. It does not.
I don't know.
But is it a marsupial?
This is what I did. I literally was like, I don't know what a weasel is. That's why that reference was so funny and so incredibly specific, because when I went to go do that thing, I was like, oh my God, how funny would it be to redo the main event thing with all their pictures and then have a gas station weasel? I was like, wait a second. I don't know what a weasel looks like. And I had to Google what a weasel looked like.
I believed you. I
And
believe
then I was
you.
like, does this lay eggs? It kind of looks like a snake.
I mean, it's a long body for sure.
Is it a marsupial?
I don't think it's a marsupial. I don't
What does
think
that mean?
Marsupials are the ones that have a pouch. They are mammals, but they also have like a pouch.
Oh
like
no, I think
koalas
it's like a ferret.
and-
I don't think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ferrets are actually closer to cats, believe it or not. So weasels are
Believe
cat-like.
it or not, ferrets are close to cats. Okay, well, now that we've gone on that tangent, please keep that in though, because I actually really enjoyed that. It's very on brand for us.
It's staying.
Okay, yeah, no, this match was everything.
It went over, like it hit 10 o'clock and pay-per-view was like, this is a pay-per-view. So
Yes.
fuck you, we're a Peacock.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, great. But Peacock, you need to fucking fix your app.
Right.
It kept fucking kicking me out throughout the entire pay-per-view.
No.
Yes, I don't know what was going on. It kept doing that. Anyways, just like Karrion Kross is such a beast. He is such a beast. Y'all know that I am a heel and that I enjoy disagreeing with Wild Spice.
Yes.
However, Karrion Kross is an absolute monster that deserves to be undefeated.
Do you know how I waited for Samoa Joe's music to hit? Do you know how long I waited afterwards? I thought it was going to be like end of the credits scene, like come back on and be like, oh, I'm glad I stayed in the theater because Samoa Joe's lurking around the corner. So maybe we'll get it today.
Let's hope. Because like,
the
bring
only
me my
one.
baby back.
But also, like, who else? Who's it gonna be?
Keith Lee.
He literally beat out the top 4 people plus Finn Balor. Like, it's just over at this point.
Yeah, at this point, he just he could just go to the main
Still,
roster and
also
and
Scarlett.
beat Roman.
Scarlett, we love you, girl, but you gotta. What are you doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
What are you doing?
What's going? Listen, he is a sexy centurion from yesteryear.
Yes.
From yesteryear, and when he was just splattered across the freaking announcing table in a cross, I was like, oh, look at you, Carrion, you got crucified. That's your job. Why did they did that to you? I thought you did that to Jesus. But anyways, I thought you did that to Jesus. Anyways, they were just I don't know what to say properly about this match. I have no words. It was just beautiful. Like, even when Karrion wasn't there, Karrion Kross was not necessary.
5 is weird too. Like, 5 is weird because you got like 2 and 2, right? Or like 3 and 1 or whatever. But it's like an odd number. What do you do? What do you do? Usually you take a nap on the outside of the ring for a while. I didn't see that happening here.
I mean, Karrion did stay a little bit outside for a hot second, but
he needed a nap.
He did. He needed a nap, and he got granted a nap. I appreciate that. Listen, Johnny Takeover, my sweet, sweet man.
Sweet prince.
Sweet prince. You are a treasure.
A treasure.
You're an absolute treasure. He just, my goodness. I have no words. He is so good. To see Gas Station Weasel and the Orange Cassidy knockoff.
GSW.
To see the GSW versus baby Kyle O'Reilly working together again to splatter that man. I'm not over it. I can't be over it.
I know, I'm not over it either.
I'm not over it.
All right. Well, either way, should we move on? That is like, we should actually just do one collective drink. Or are you going to dedicate?
I just remember that I forgot to dedicate my shot.
Go ahead.
I want to dedicate my shot to Bronson Reed splattering El Legado del Fantasma Santos Escobar against the wall and fucking breaking that barricade. That is my shot.
That is my shot. What's happening here?
Oh.
Okay. Let's take a break.
We take a break. Let's do it.
This episode is brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. It's beer. It's hoppy, trend-setting, innovative, served with a little sarcasm, just like Paper House Network. Paper House Network is hoppy? Yeah? It's like beer for your ears. Get yourself a Voodoo Ranger.
I gotta add the bells into that one because it just really just goes by really quick. I don't have time to do any of the things I need to do. All right.
You drank too much over the weekend.
Drink Voodoo Rangers. Like and follow Paper House Network, where you can find podcasts that we love on our network, which is the Paper House Network.
It is ours.
And we are in there. And I want to take this opportunity to also talk to you again about new merch. We have some new merch. Not only do we have Pride merch, but I also made a couple of other new things that you should go and check out. And
check out the merch.
I'm going to need some new stuff because I only have one sweatshirt and it's not enough.
Have y'all seen the face? This is not the shirt I was going to look for. We have amazing merch. I thought that was the shirt. It was not. My house is a mess.
Our Pride merch. Portion of the proceeds go to an LGBTQ youth services foundation called, I don't remember what it's called, New Alternatives, Old Alternatives.
I think it's New Alternatives. I want to keep saying New Directions, but that is from Glee, so it's not that.
Anyways, we are giving money this month to LGBTQIA plus foundations, taking care of our people. and just like put your money where your mouth is when it comes to that kind of stuff, because you can post on Facebook all day long about your opinions, but it isn't until you put some money to the people who actually know what they're doing that you can make a difference.
Absolutely correct.
And that's what I will say about that. Okay, let's blow through Raw. I will share my thoughts and you can jump in whenever you want. We start with Alexa's Playground. However, I feel about Alexa's Playground, it was incredibly refreshing to not have to see Drew McIntyre at the beginning of this show.
I agree 1,000%. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Drew deserves a break. He has been overplayed.
Just 1 week. Even just one, I guess it's because Hell in a Cell is coming up. Hopefully he'll go on vacation after that. Like, get yourself an all-inclusive. Yeah.
You're writing a book, baby. Just like go figure that out. Take a minute. Do you. Right. You've been doing WWE for a year plus. Take a break.
Take a break. I did also forget to mention last week that Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss was bad eye makeup versus bad eye makeup.
Oh my God. It was just, everybody was just having a bad time. I think that somebody like really insulted the makeup department. You do not fuck with the makeup department. They will make you look bad.
Yeah.
And hence what's happening.
Hence what we have here. So anyways, I don't know if it happened then, but we will get into, oh my God, I forgot her name.
Naya?
Yeah,
Alexa?
Naya.
I really appreciated that. I really liked it because we were even talking about that the last episode. We were like, Nia Jax and Bliss were in a tag team together. They know each other. Like, do we get no acknowledgement whatsoever on this? It's not like they haven't been, like basically heading facing each other head front with everything that's been happening with Reginald. So I was just like, what's happening here? So to see Nia at the very beginning of Raw at the playground, I really appreciate it. I appreciated that. Her calling her out. We used to be friends.
I felt like it was a little uncomfortable though. I don't know. Yeah? She felt a little uncomfortable to me. I don't know if she's kind of uncomfortable with this like whole like duality of, real things versus like what's not real, or whatever. But it felt a little bit off.
She plays well off of her circumstances, but maybe not necessarily with a script. Maybe. So I hear what you're saying.
But I love the eye roll. Like I love the whole like, what are you doing? Like
her
stop.
face, like
yeah, exactly.
At one point I was like, yes. And when Alexa was like, how dare you bring that sort of disgusting accusations into my playground? We were never friends.
Okay. Big old K. Well, I feel responsible at the Face Beat Heels High podcast to figure out something new for Nikki.
For sure. For shizzle.
I feel personally held accountable at the Face Beat Heels High podcast to figure out a new gimmick for Nikki, because that ain't it, sis. The whole jumping up and down and running around thing.
Watching it yesterday, like seeing the recap of how she's beaten Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
As much as this is my podcast, Greg, not yours. He did have a good point yesterday. He did say to me, and I share this with you all, beating Charlotte Flair or Rhea Ripley is really doing absolutely squat for Nikki Cross's career. Shut up, it wasn't you. Anyways.
Yes, I agree.
It's doing squat for her career. Oh, yes, sure. She has beaten Charlotte Flair twice now. She beat Rhea Ripley. How? Like, no, she's just a piece in the puzzle of their storyline. And it's doing absolutely nothing for her career.
In their storyline, not hers.
Not hers. Why? Why are you doing this to her? The girl just finally came back, and this is what you're throwing at her?
Yes.
This is not even a duck bone.
Right.
It's disrespectful. It's squashy. You know what I mean?
Squashy. Yeah. Well, there's another squashy squash we'll get into soon, but I do want to give a quick shout out to myself again. My second shout out of the day.
You get all the shout outs, baby.
Jeff Hardy was giving me Grandma Willow vibes.
For real. I was like, you share that wisdom with him, you baby.
Just turn that up a little bit. Like that's all it needs. Like maybe do like more like just beat Grandma Willow. Just
You
be
don't
like
have the makeup
spiritual
down.
and yogi. Exactly.
You just do, like a willow makeup on your face and you got this. I want to give a shout out to Wild Spice because I was checking her stream yesterday on Twitch and Selena Vega was there, Thea was there, and they, as always, they were bickering because that's what they do. And Jerry, I will say, I agree with you. She said that Jeff Hardy needs new fans. Thea took this as an affront. How dare you speak ill of Jeff Hardy? But I will not disagree.
It's new fans.
No, she said new pants. He needs new pants. Don't you mess with them Jinko jeans. But I will say he does need a bit of a refresher. He can't dance his intro. He can hold himself on the ring, but like,
I'm telling you, we need a yogi moment. We need
Yes.
this like Grandma Willow thing, like turned up with like a little bit more like man bun. Like
you got the
trade
long hair,
Janko
Jeff Hardy.
jeans,
Just
trade the Janko jeans
for
for like
baggy
those
yoga
like,
pants.
Yeah, for baggy yoga pants. Like I'm telling you, like bring your yoga mat. Like host yoga classes in the ring for any wrestler that wants to come. Like
Hot yoga.
You can give everyone like spiritual advice about like staying centered. Like any wrestler that's having an anger problem has to go to Jeff Hardy's yoga class. Like
I think that's the smartest thing. Like, how many more times do we have to say that PJ needs to work for the WWE?
But I got it. Like I got a little taste of it, of him doing this like Grandma Willow moment with his eyes closed with RK Bro. I was like, come on.
I love him. And when he was like, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but you need to listen to Randy Orton. And I was like, yes, you show them the work. You tell them who to follow. Well, not as in a sheep way, but you know what I mean.
Okay, excited. I would like to dedicate my shot.
Okay.
I'm dedicating my shot. Nope, that's not it. I'm dedicating my shot to Naomi because you deserve better. And this is a battle. This is a hill I will literally die on.
Feel the fucking low. It's the shirt that I'm wearing.
There will never be a day when you don't deserve better.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you have one belt, you should be going for two. Like, come on. Like this is just enough is enough.
I brought my two fans because she now has fans in her intro.
Yes.
Like, come on, please see us YouTube. Like, here you are. We've got the Pride fan and we got Bernadette. I forgot to bring the other, but whatever. Girl, you deserve better. You have always deserved better, and
that
you
was
will continue to deserve better. This was disappointing at best and an absolute insult at worst.
Yes.
I couldn't even enjoy the fact that Piper is now on Raw. For those of you who do not know who Piper is, and it took me a minute.
I knew it was going to be her, but I couldn't remember what her name was. But when I said last week that there's like rumors that she's going to come in with muscle, it was her, and it was either her or Mercedes.
Okay.
But I had seen something about Piper, but it didn't have her name. And I was like, oh shit, I don't remember what her name is, but I remember her from Mae Young. Right?
I hear you. Yeah. I know her from NXT UK.
But I think she's done the Mae Young Classic.
I have not seen her
once, twice. But I knew I recognized her from somewhere. But
like she's fantastic, and I was so excited that she is now here. I was like, oh shit, this is great because she deserves the push, but at the same time, not like this.
Well, and this is an episode of Raw where we actually get a lot of women, which is like that's like chef's kiss. That's everything I've ever wanted. The more women, the better. But to do Naomi dirty like that is like
every single time. Shout out to Patricia Roberts, Queen PR from Those Wrestling Girls. I was with her yesterday on her stream for a little bit when we were hoping for the best for Naomi, and then we were disappointed.
I can't. If she
so
shows up
quick.
at AEW, I'll watch it.
Yes.
If Naomi is like,
are you kidding me?
I'm out and goes to AEW, I'll watch it.
I would absolutely watch that. I mean, like, I just what I worry about is that they're gonna end up doing to her what they did to Lana. I don't.
How do you even put them in the same class though? They're not.
They are not. I have been so happy for the past 2 maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks since Naomi got her intro back, and it's just her. Bless you, girl. But how many more times does she have to put up with this? How many more times does she have to continue being part of being a squashie at squash matches over people that do not have the same ability that she does?
Right.
Because she's fucking fantastic, and they're making her seem like she cannot fucking hold her ground on the ring when that is absolute lies. I'm so mad. I think that's when I started just zoning out of Raw.
No,
I was
we
like,
hold
no.
space for you, girl. We like, it's truly, we don't even want you to succeed. Wherever you go, we will follow.
We love you. Now that we have acknowledged her beautiful and amazing self and how dirty she gets done so many times and how much better she deserves, should we acknowledge Eva Marie or not even?
No.
Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye.
That, you know, Wild Spice just went into that whole tangent about how she really wants to be impressed, and like she got to come to the ring and like show up and like hold her own and all this. She didn't even get in the ring.
She didn't even try. Like, she didn't even try. Did she look
She doesn't
fired?
even have like the face. She doesn't even have like, I love Mandy because Mandy has great storytelling in her face. Like when they did that segment where like they were doing the photos or whatever, and then they cut over and it was Tamina and Natty. Yeah. But there's like,
I love that moment.
She always tells a great story with her face whenever she's like whatever. I didn't get any of that from Eva. Like, do you have too much Botox that you can't move your eyebrows?
Probably. I think that at one point she might have like rolled her eyes at Piper, and that was it.
You didn't work, whatever it was 2 years ago. It's not going to work now. We're rooting for you, but if you do Naomi dirty again, I will write a very strongly worded email.
We will bring it directly to Connecticut.
Yes.
There will be a road trip because we will knock. Excuse me. We'll pull a Vicky. Excuse me.
Maybe we can get her to come.
Oh.
No,
they'll never let us in.
Yeah. So that's that, you know, and it's also, there's something to be said too about this whole, like, you're a badass and you have a big goofy goofball. Like there's like something weird there that I don't really like either, that like Mean Girl and like Goofball, but also Goofball is like a bigger girl. Like that feels weird to me.
This is very, it's back to what we were talking about before. It's not quite Attitude Era, but it's still not, it's part of,
it's like because nobody writing in the WWE like actually knows how female relationships work, because they're like, oh, you can be the super hot one and you can be the big goofball, but also it's super powerful that can crush people with, you know, with everything. You're so strong.
Have you seen that trend of like these two best friends? I think that they're based in Canada. One of them, the bigger one, there's like a plus size girl and a really, really thin, thin girl who's not a model. The plus size girl model is, and they have been doing these like TikToks and Instagram reels of them wearing the same clothes just to show that clothes is just like clothes is for everybody, not for one specific type of body. And they look so empowering and so beautiful together. I absolutely love them. I adore them. Cannot remember the name of their handle. But I would have liked something like that. Like, oh, let me empower. Because Eva Marie's supposed to be all about empowerment and making people like, fuck that. Also, that's like, bullshit.
Yeah, and all of her,
that's bullshit.
All of her like,
promos.
All of her promos were like, I'm just working hard and like, I'm just a regular girl. Like, obviously you came out with a bitchy, like a bitch face on, and you are the mean girl. Clearly you have a face for a mean girl, so either write it for a mean girl. You're not going to change a mean girl from not being a mean girl.
Correct. Like you can, no, you cannot. But I don't know, I would have expected at least something more cohesive,
right?
At least something more cohesive. But that's when it's
super disappointing.
Shout out to Mandy and Dana for calling out Natty and Tamina, saying if you guys didn't have your last names, you wouldn't be here either. And I was like, oh, As much as I
Sexy
love my
muscle
girls,
friends.
oh, sexy muscle friends
Yes.
throwing some truths.
I don't want to get into it too much, but the altercation between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair literally saying, "Get the fuck off of me," like heard her mouth it. I was like, oh, bitch. She was bleeding. I almost thought they were gonna like, because she was assaulting refs again, like many refs she assaulted, that they're gonna pull her. I don't know.
But did she break her nose again? Like, was that broken,
No,
or is she just bleeding?
nails. I think it was just nails, because they both have nails. Let's talk about this hoe party. I'm not calling. You do you make your money, like whatever. But that is just, what is happening there?
I
shouldn't call them hoes. What should I call them? Escorts?
I guess escorts. I mean,
ballets. Is that their real name in like WWE culture? I think it might be valets.
Let's call them valets.
I will call you valets.
Listen, sweetheart, sweet pea, whatever your name is, girl with the really tight clothes. Good for you. Good for you. Make your money. Sex work is work. And there are many different kinds of sex work.
Yes.
If you choose to sell your body even for an image,
right,
and it makes you feel empowered, and you are making more bank than the rest of your friends, girl, there is nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
There is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. But why are they bringing you on my screen? You do not have anything to do with this storyline. There's no space for you here. There's no space. There's no place for you here.
If Naomi has to do a squash match, and then I get basically more valets on my TV dancing with champagne glasses behind a couch that has more valets and Bobby Lashley, there's a problem.
A huge problem.
There's a big problem.
WWE, you continue to disappoint with these choices that you make for your 3-hour episodes.
Who okayed that? Like, who was like, oh yes, some writer was like, this is my first idea. I think that there should be valets and that he should be really cool. And someone was like, yes, I love it. There's a problem. There's a problem.
The culture needs to change.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we should talk briefly about whatever the hell was happening between Alexa and Reginald. And then I want to talk about Kofi having a Josie and the Pussycat Dolls moment.
Let's do that. Oh, listen, Linda. Reginald, I need to understand what the end game for Reginald is.
Yes, I agree.
Why do we keep bringing him around? Like, why is he dating Naya?
Is she gonna pull him in?
Right? Is he now going to become like one of her puppets in the playhouse? Is he going to embody Lily? Maybe Lily is not gender non-conforming. We don't know. We don't.
He embodies Lily. Only for the month of June. It's only a storyline for June. That's it.
Then WWE is gonna crumple that shit and toss it away.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it makes no sense.
And in June, he'll be like, I was always like this. What are you talking about? And then it'll just be gone.
Yeah. Change of storyline. Cut. Yeah. My goodness. But like everything else, it's not cohesive. I don't understand what they're doing with Raw. They're just like throwing shit at the camera to see what sticks. Not even the wall. They're just I
do think that Reginald would make a good addition to the Playhouse because he has a circus background. Like he could do some
That's
like,
true.
And she dropped it. She like dropped the seed. He could do some like creepy circus clown
or like very exorcist-y.
Like exorcist clown, like American Horror Story type edgy kind of thing. But I don't know how they're going to make that work. But she did drop that. She was like, tell us about your time in the circus or whatever. And I like that they're using that because I think that that's going to make him a really cool in-ring competitor if we ever see the day. However, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go.
It just, they are really trying to push him forward and make him work, even though his gimmick makes no sense.
Right.
And I understand why they're doing it. Just like you just said, he does have the circus background, so he would, in theory, be extremely entertaining in the ring, extremely entertaining to see. And I am not opposed to that. But you have given me Carmella. You have given me Sasha Banks. Now he's in a relationship with Nia. But is he though? Are they though? And now he is, I don't know, Alexa Bliss's nemesis. Like,
I wonder if he feels objectified. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if he has a better understanding of that feeling of, oh, I'm just a valet, you know, because he's basically a male valet. So I wonder if he like has an understanding of a woman's perspective.
That would be nice.
Yeah, probably not. But I wonder if he's like, oh, I'm just eye candy.
Perspective.
I have substance too, you know.
I am more than this. I'm not just a body.
I wonder if he does. I'm curious about it.
Let's put a pin on that. And
Reginald, if you listen to our podcast, let us know.
We know you do. We know you do, boo.
All right. Kofi has a Josie and the Pussycat Dolls moment where MVP says, hey, you're Josie. Nobody else matters. You need to come be a solo act. And he's like, nah, fam. And that's all I wanted to say about that.
He insists. The man insists. My goodness, MVP, you do a good job doing what you do, but like at the same time, sir, like cut it out. Cut it out. Your business is going bankrupt because, sir, you used to have a CEO, like an operations manager, an intern, and now you only got one person. Like, what kind of company is this? What kind of job are you running?
I will say, however, I don't mean to interrupt, but I will say that the New Day has been wrestling more like heels.
Yes. With the whole RK Bro situation.
Yeah, and you're putting RK Bro over by like wrestling like heels, even though I never thought it could happen with Randy Orton. But apparently you put Matt Riddle in there and it's just like a cupcake of joy.
I see you, Randy.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying is like, if MVP takes on the New Day, or at least Kofi and Xavier, and turns them super heel, then we can have Big E come back and be like, what are you doing?
Oh, could you imagine a
we are rainbow Kofi? We are rainbow pants or whatever they are. Rainbow unicorn pancake men. But that could be fun. Pancakes. I don't know.
I like it. I don't hate that.
There was a time when Big E was just whipping pancakes into the crowd. Do you remember that? When he would just come out with a platter and he would just like disc them into the crowd.
Frisbees.
Yeah, exactly.
I would never eat that shit. I don't know where that has been. How long has that been sitting at Crafty? But I would still take it and be like, he threw this at me. It's mine.
Yes.
1,000%. No, but I agree with you. How long has the New Day being a face? Always. No?
Always.
They've never had a heel turn. Not even once.
No.
This would be really interesting. We
need our fact checkers. All the people who checked our facts last week, please check those facts for us.
Please, we appreciate that in advance. Thank you in advance. But yeah, no, I think that would be a really interesting switch because, granted, they are very mischievous in a way, you know, they like to joke around, they like to make fun, they like to play. So all in all, the New Day can like toss some mischief that I appreciate. They are very low-key in that sense.
Yes.
But do you think that would work for them to fully turn? Like they would become the Cedric Alexander and fucking Shelton Benjamin, or what they never were? I
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that'd be interesting to see them as heels because we never have. And I think it would be interesting to then have like Big E come back and be like, what are you doing?
I like that. I like that a lot. Is MVP willing to bring Xavier along, or is he just looking out for Kofi?
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we gotta move on.
Discord. Let's do it.
However, I just did want to give a quick moment to shout out Viking Raiders for getting a little push there. Yay. And I don't actually have anything to say about the main event because I think it's just preparing us for Hell in a Cell. So should we take another break?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh.
Try and solve this puzzle.
Just kidding.
You gotta be the first one to solve it to win.
We don't have a puzzle.
You good? And that's what I thought.
I forgot about it.
It's puzzle time with PJ. Watch it on YouTube or just use this as a dance break. Yay.
Oh, here's one.
It's puzzle time with PJ.
Puzzle Time with PJ brought to you by Silk City Hot Sauce. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com and use the code HEELS, HEELS, for 15% off your entire order.
I found one in the drawer.
Yay!
So I don't know if I've done this one already. We'll see.
I'll let you know.
This one, however, our $10 puzzle, because it took 2 weeks to solve. That puzzle winner is Andy 802. My little 802, my little Vermont friend, Andy 802. Paradox. Paradox. That was a good one. That took y'all 2 weeks.
I want you all to know that she told me what that was, and I forgot until right now.
Andy 802, I owe you $10. Please let me know if you would like it to your Venmo. This is the puzzle for this week. It's the mystery drawer puzzle that I just found. And if I have already done this puzzle, let me know and nobody will get money for it. And we will just do another new puzzle next week when we do our Hell in a Cell episode. This is the puzzle for this week. Solve this puzzle, get $5. Did you get it?
You've done that before.
Oh, shit. All right. We don't have a puzzle this week. We will pick back up with puzzles next week. We have for real?
Yeah, we have.
Shoot.
The plot thickens.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So we will pick back up with puzzles next week for our Hell in a Cell episode. And speaking of Hell in a Cell, let's talk about
Let's do predictions. All right. So we have Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. My God, make it stop.
just send them both to an island.
Please.
Get those boys a Groupon. Send them away.
Like at this point, I'm willing to send them to one of those like shared time conglomerate and just timeshares. Thank you, ESL. Timeshare shows and not shows, stays, and just have them go to the meeting. Like this is what you get for putting us through this for so many weeks.
Yes.
You need to stay throughout the entire presentation.
Yes.
Will
7 hours.
You buy this timeshare?
Yes.
I
don't even want to choose a winner.
No, I don't care. I don't want Drew to win. I am sorry, Jury. I don't want Drew to win. I want him to take a break. And I don't want Bobby Lashley to win. But I will say this. Because they have been throwing Brock Lesnar's name so very spaced and often. And it is known that Bobby Lashley wants to wrestle Brock Lesnar. I am thinking Bobby Lashley is going to retain and Brock Lesnar's coming on SummerSlam.
Oh.
Or SummerSlam.
And Drew McIntyre gets a goddamn break.
That he fucking deserves. Yes. I will sing you Hamilton. Take a break. Because fuck, sir.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aggressive.
A little bit. I'm sorry. Then we have Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio. I am conflicted. I am conflicted. I would really very much.
You think there'll be shenanigans here?
There will absolutely be shenanigans. Are you kidding me? There will be shenanigans, and I expect Dominic to hold them back. He will fail at his task, but I will hope for that. At least try. Would I love to see my little Mexican Rey be a double champ? True. Yeah, I would very much like to see that. Even if that means that the head of the table will just
continue to be the bane of my existence.
I love him. I will not file for divorce. So I will just acknowledge from afar. Yeah. But I would like Rey to win.
I agree. I would also like Rey to win.
Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. How do you feel about this? Do you think we'll have a repeat from 2 years ago?
I think it's a more interesting choice if Charlotte Flair takes it off of her.
Okay.
However, I wonder like where that, because I'm always thinking of SummerSlam, right? Because like SummerSlam, it's SummerSlam and WrestleMania that are the two big ones. So it's kind of like this pay-per-view is leading us. It's like the road to WrestleMania. Like it's leading us up to SummerSlam. So
right. But do you think that they would take it from Rhea this quick?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
Maybe shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
I would like, as a Rhea Ripley fan, I think I will say that I would like Rhea to retain.
I would love Rhea to retain.
Okay.
I love me a Charlotte. I do love Charlotte, but especially with what happened, like with their last big pay-per-view match.
Right.
Didn't Charlotte win?
When WrestleMania?
Yes, 2019. Was it?
When we first started. I don't remember. I have a terrible memory.
So do I. I cannot remember. Somebody please fact check that. But you all know what I mean.
Our boys, Kevin.
Please.
Andy. All those guys who fact check for us.
We try to do our homework. Sometimes we fail.
Yes.
But I believe that Charlotte won. So I would like Rhea to beat her. Because in the spirit of Wild Spice, I would like to see Becky come during SummerSlam.
True.
And I would love to see Rhea Ripley versus fucking Becky Lynch, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or a triple threat.
A triple threat. That would be chef's kiss.
Yeah, agreed.
And we have Bianca versus Bailey.
Bianca.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how do we even, And then Bliss versus Shayna.
I don't know why that is happening.
I don't want this.
Like, also, how do you work? If it was Bliss versus Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, you could maybe work in something cool with Reginald, but Bliss versus Shayna Baszler, you can't work anything in with Reginald because she fucking hates him.
Absolutely. He might, you know what? There's still going to be shenanigans. There's still going to be unnecessarities. And he's going to come out and she's going to be again all like, why are you here? And he's going to be like, I was trying to help you. She's going to be like, I never asked for this. And then Alexa's going to win. And it's going to be the same story for the past month.
For the next year.
My goodness.
Oh my God.
There's another one here. There's a Seth Rollins versus Cesaro potential
rematch,
but probably not.
All right. Well,
that's pretty much it.
That's good enough.
That is good enough.
Right?
I think so. Yeah. I am excited for Hell in a Cell. Not gonna lie.
Me too.
Mostly because I need a couple of storylines to end, and I'm really hoping that this is gonna be the nice culmination.
I also think that Hell in a Cell is one of the more interesting pay-per-views. Like I think it like Hell in a Cell always has really good matches. So
I agree. I'm looking forward to this one.
Do we know who's the main event, or we don't know yet?
Doesn't say here. Thank you, CBS Sports, for not giving me the information that I need.
That's okay. No worries.
Yep. Nope.
Okay, well, we have NXT TakeOver episode coming out today with PJB and Christina the Baker Contreras. We have Hell in a Cell coming up on Sunday, Father's Day pay-per-view, and your wedding anniversary.
My wedding anniversary.
So everyone go wish Christina a happy wedding anniversary.
Yay.
We have Pride merch. We have new merch. Make sure you go to our link tree and check out our new Pride merch that's happening. All of those, a portion of those sales will be going to the New Alternatives. I think it is.
Yes, I think so.
It is a program that provides services for youth here in New York City, and we wanted to keep it close to home.
Absolutely. There is going to be a new TikTok out today. So go check out our TikTok channel because yay.
Wrestling TikTok. We love it. Okay. And that's it, right?
That is it. Until next week, keep your face beat and your heels high, everybody.
Bye. Insert the exit music, please. Claudia, get your shit together. Where is it? There it is. Bye.
I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, do it.